Thank you, Representative Latalian. It's now my pleasure to introduce John Paul Morosi. John Paul is the General Manager of LoJack Safety Net. He is a human services pioneer and author, and it is through the generosity and corporate sponsorship of LoJack that we're able to do such a comprehensive campaign with the MBTA this year. Mr. Morosi.
Thank you, Heidi, and good morning, everyone. LoJack Corporation is extremely pleased to be here today. May Institute is a highly regarded organization, and LoJack Safety Net is proud to support its efforts to generate awareness of autism spectrum disorders through the campaign announced this morning. For more than 2 decades, LoJack has worked with law enforcement to find mobile assets that are missing, like cars and bulldozers and laptop computers. Now, unfortunately, or sadly, with the increase in the population of children with autism, and with that population continuing to escalate, wandering is one of the top concerns of parents who have a child with autism. So we've expanded our mission to focus on this area. That's why we've launched LoJack Safety Net, a solution that's translated LoJack's core competencies into finding and rescuing people with cognitive conditions such as autism spectrum disorders, people who wander. In addition to offering solutions that help protect children with autism and deliver peace of mind for their parents and caregivers, LoJack Safety Net also provides valuable educational resources and participates in campaigns like this one to inform the general public of the important issues faced by families caring for children with autism. We applaud the work of the May Institute and hope that together we can inform writers of the MBTA about the seriousness of this issue during Autism Awareness Month and for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Morosi. I'd now like to welcome Dr. Susan Wilczynski, the Executive Director of the National Autism Center, one of May Institute's Centers of Excellence.
Good morning. At the National Autism Center, we're dedicated to evidence-based practice. This means that we do everything we can to support individuals with autism spectrum disorders to get access to treatments that work. Think about the areas in which people need support. Imagine that every day, all day, every day, year after year, you're challenged in every interaction you have. But spending time with other people, understanding what they're saying to you, or communicating what your needs are to them, that every single one of those interactions is a challenge. It's difficult, sometimes painful. So we need to make sure that kids with autism get access to treatments that work. But we can do more as a community than just focus on the experts that provide treatment. I have a friend of mine who has Asperger's disorder. She's an adult, a professor. Her name is Claudia Spiro. And I asked her advice about what to communicate with you today. I said, you know, I really want to share with people that there are things we can do as a community to better support people with autism and move the focus away from just experts providing services. So these are the recommendations she made to me. She wants you to know that people with autism may react funny when they're under stress. She wants you to know that, she says, we can still think very highly of someone even though we are rude to that person without meaning to. She says, just as typical people do, we appreciate it when we can rely on someone to be friendly to us, even when we do not show it. The difference is that friendly can mean something different to us than what it means to you. Being friendly can include things like being willing to listen extra hard when we have trouble explaining what we need. It can include being willing to repeat the directions 3 times in 3 different ways. It can include taking the time to be sure you understand us. Finally, she says, we are not street smart people, so keeping an eye out if someone is bullying one of us means the world to all of us. It makes our communities safe for us. So, in my final moments, I will just say this. People on the autism spectrum often face challenges that would crush the rest of us. Imagine again, every day, every interaction you have is a difficult one. But here's the thing, what we do can make a difference. We know that for individuals on the spectrum, living in our complex social world, can be at best exhausting and at times debilitating, but you can make a difference. As Claudia reminds us, just being friendly can help build the kind of open, welcoming community that supports people with autism. And don't we all want to be a part of that kind of community? Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. I would now like to welcome Representative Ted Speliotis, who will join Representative Barbara L'Italian. We're very happy that we're going to be able to present some commendations and citations from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts today, and they will read these aloud to the families that have been so generous in helping us launch this campaign. As well, we would like to recognize the wonderful photographer Andrew Child, whose work you see highlighted in these beautiful photographs.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful setting it is this morning to have an event like this. You know, Congressman Barney Frank just walked by, and a few moments ago. You didn't see him because he was in his civilian clothes, and he gave us a little wave. But I'll tell you, it is a kind of a coming out for everyone, and it's another example of that. A number of years ago, we took some of these actions of folks with autism with a grain of salt and a skeptical look. Now we really look and say, where as a government can we step forward? It's a much different debate now and a much different discussion.
All right, well, this concludes our program for today, but also launches the campaign, which will run throughout April. Again, we're deeply appreciative of everybody who's participated, everybody who's here supporting, everybody who is active in getting the word out about autism and sharing the knowledge that we need to get as much early diagnosis and effective treatment as we can. Thank you so much again for coming. If any members of the media or friends would like to stay, we'd welcome you. We're happy to talk to anybody after the program. Thanks again.